Why warm up? This is a question I strongly suspect many of you ask yourselves in your heads whilst we're doing our warm-ups at the start of our sessions. I believe many of you may understand that it's important and that it's a good idea, but then may not feel the immediate benefits from doing these warm-ups. If this is the case, this may be an indication that you aren't performing your warm-ups correctly and therefore unable to really feel the benefits. So, let's check and make sure you're ticking all the right boxes here. Here are the things we want to cover in our warm-up: stretching muscles, creating resonance, and applying vocal techniques. Let's have a look through those 3 points. Number 1, stretch the muscles. Our first goal when conducting a vocal warm-up is to stretch and engage every muscle that we will be using for that activity, just like you would do before participating in a sport. After a night's sleep, our muscles stiffen little by little, and this also happens with our muscles we use for singing. So, before you begin belting out some Beyonce or Bruno Mars at the top of your lungs, it is essential to fully stretch your voice. Otherwise, to give you an analogy, this is like sprinting for 15 or 20 minutes straight with no stretching. You're bound to tire yourself out, or, worst case scenario, strain and damage something. And I'm not just saying that to scare you. Straining and damaging your voice is a very real thing and is a painstakingly long process to recover from. So please take care. Number 2, create resonance. When we sing, we create sound in 2 main places: our throat and our nose. You may be quite familiar with this already. You may notice when you wake up in the morning that your voice sounds thinner, flatter and croaky. And this is because we need to reawaken all those resonant spaces and get everything going again. Different exercises help to reactivate different parts of your resonant spaces. Talking throughout the day will help loosen everything up, but unfortunately, talking is by no means a sufficient substitute for a proper singing warm-up. Number 3, applying vocal techniques. Let's say we're currently working on encouraging a lower larynx whilst you sing. Use parts of the warm-up to gently encourage and recalibrate this technique into your singing. Singing is all about muscle memory, and so if you want to improve faster, you'll need to find time to actively practice applying these techniques, and the warm-up is a great time to do so. Now, this leads me on to the how, being how can you create a personalized warm-up for yourself that works great for you? The best warm-up sessions cover everything: stretching your vocal folds, larynx, soft palate, your lips, jaw, and even your tongue. Perform these exercises with the goal of stretching just as much as singing. Choose a variety of exercises that help reawaken your resonant spaces. Perform a gentle ma exercise to engage your throat, and then perform an ng sound, an to engage your nose. Do whatever you need to do to awaken these resonant spaces. And whilst you're doing all this, try to include whatever vocal technique you're working on at that time, whatever we've been practicing in class. Finally, the most important thing when performing a warm-up: start off gentle. Be kind to your voice. Don't go from 0 to hero. Take it chilled, just relax. Sing some scales and do your thing. Warm-ups play an integral part for any successful vocalist. Explore and find what works for you.